In addition to my work at The Reckoning, I have the privilege of being an educator. Over half of my life has been dedicated to debate in some form, and I genuinely find debate to be one of the most amazing, game-changing, transformative experiences that one can have. I have been teaching and coaching debate competitively for over 10 plus years, and I've had students lucky enough to receive national and international accolades. So today, I wanted to take time to share best tips of debate. Consider these the ABCs of debate. With a quick disclaimer, obviously nothing in debate is set in stone, so these tips aren't guaranteed to work 110% of the time, especially considering the art of debate is flexible and adaptable. But if you lean into these ABCs of debate, at the very least, I am confident that you will have a boost in argument and confidence and be able to advance critical thinking and really land your point. Let's get into it. A is for anticipate. One of the biggest mistakes people make in debate is failing to properly prepare and anticipate the gaps in their argument. Think of an important debate just like a big game. You wouldn't show up without understanding your opponent, their strategies, their plays, their patterns, or understanding what you have at your disposal. Same thing with debate. I encourage people, debate yourself first. Figure out where the gaps are. Then share your arguments with 2 or 3 trusted teammates, colleagues, etc. After that, you should be able to have a better idea of the gaps in argument, and you can formulate a response even before the debate happens. In a debate, some things should be a surprise, but everything should not be a surprise. The B stands for Be Inquisitive. Never underestimate the power of a well-placed, straightforward question. Sometimes the simplest questions in a debate can reveal an argument's flaw and hit the hardest. So don't shy away from using questions, and if possible, question as soon as possible to ensure relevancy and that everyone's on the same page. For example, if someone says X is going to increase the quality of life for Americans, push back. How? In what way? How do we know? Moving us directly to the C, clarity and conciseness. Both clarity and conciseness work hand in hand in a debate. First, on clarity, asking the right questions forces you and your opponent to be precise and clear. In a debate, many things can be left abstract and get lost in the mix, but you want to utilize examples to clarify your point. For example, you could say, my policy or my plan increases quality of life for Americans by ensuring access to affordable health care, specifically targeting drug prices. That gives a level of clarity that was absent from above. Then on conciseness, less is more. In most live debates, people only hear the argument once, although now we know you can go back and rewatch. But in real time, you have to be crystal clear. Think about the point you want to make and use as little words as possible. Think about it as a field, right? You want to ensure that you have great amount of field or yardage on your side and not expanding the ground and yardage on your opponent. D stands for diversify supporting material. Different people are persuaded by different things, so don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Remember, statistics, narratives, examples, testimony, and even the use of personal experience can be incredibly powerful when you combine them. The key is to match the right piece of evidence with the argument. Both story and numbers matter, so use them strategically to hit your point. Statistics often show scope, but stories and narratives can often bring a humanity that is void from statistics. E stands for establish impact. One of the biggest and most important takeaways is always have a so what. Why does your argument matter, and why should we care? For example, in the argument about increasing the quality of life for Americans by making healthcare more accessible, an impact would clearly articulate why making healthcare more accessible, especially prescription drug prices, is important. Quality of life, literal people being able to survive, and more. Whether you decide to use all or some of the ABCs, I am confident that they will leverage critical thinking and enhance your ability to advance a great argument. My name is Dr. Deion Hawkins, and I have the privilege of serving as the senior editor at the Counter Narrative Project. Please stay tuned and follow to hear more.